So since I just launched my new website, I thought that I would create a little video series explaining more about myself and what I do and what I teach, and why would anyone follow me or hire me as their coach or take one of my courses? And so that's what this video is going to be about. I want to connect with people who are ready to take greater personal responsibility for their lives and start creating changes. When I think about the work that I do, and it's evolved over the years since I got into becoming a chiropractor and teaching holistic health, and it's changed over the years, but there have been some core common principles, and I think it really, if I had to kind of boil down all of the stuff that I love to teach, that lights me up, that I feel like people need the most, it's connecting to the ability to feel free. The ability to feel free and to feel powerful and in control of your outcomes. Because I find that when people are creating experiences, emotions that don't feel good, that create states of dis-ease inside the body, they're in a conflict, they're in a conflicted state, they're not feeling powerful, they're not feeling like they are in 100% direct control of the outcomes of their life. It feels like my body is just doing this, or, this is just happening to me based on my past traumas or my upbringing. And every time we look outside of ourselves to the cause of our current state of being, every time we point the finger of blame towards anything, and although it may make 100% perfect sense, like people have suffered terrible injustices, people have endured unbelievable traumas, that makes sense. It makes full sense. You've got full permission to feel the way that you feel. But is feeling that way getting you the outcomes you want? And I'm all about getting you the outcomes you want by changing the way you're thinking about your current circumstances, whether it is a health condition, something going on with your skin, something going on with your digestive tract, something going on inside your body, whether it's something going on outside, something in your relationship, your finances, your, how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, your place in the world. When you take full 100% personal responsibility and you start playing with new ways of thinking about your problems, about yourself, about the control that you have, you kind of break out of limiting beliefs, break out of discouraging thought patterns that, maybe it's something you've just had drilled in your head since the time you were a child. There are ways that you can begin to think differently. There are ways that you can begin to introduce new ideas. You can notice more about what's going on in the background of your mind. What is going on? What are the words that are being spoken to you inside your own mind, this inner dialogue that's shaping, informing, and molding and confirming for you what you already believe? And by changing what you believe, by questioning what you currently believe, the things that really piss you off or really make you angry or really convince you that there's no hope or that things are really as bad as they seem, start questioning that. Start getting curious about the way that you feel about the things that you feel about. And that's what I love to do. I love to help open people's minds to new ideas, to connect you with your power that has always been yours, that every single individual consciousness has this sovereign access to power to create and manifest and attract and physicalify the desires of your heart. The things that you want are possible for you. The physical condition that you want, the healing that you want, the money that you want, the partner that you want, the things that you want are available to you. And I've realized this more and more and more in my own personal evolution, in my own personal journey. When you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling like I can't get to the thing that I want, it feels bad. It feels bad because here you are, you want more than anything to feel free and light and fun, and you can just, create and go out into the world and create the kind of life that you want. But when you feel like you're coming up against walls and obstacles and blocks, maybe those obstacles are mental. Maybe those obstacles are your belief in obstacles. And that's what I love to illuminate. I love to illuminate that in my own life. When I'm feeling blocked, when I'm feeling like I can't have, do, be, create, become all the things that I want, it feels really bad. Or if I feel like, oh, my partner's not on board with this thing that I want, maybe I'll never get it, maybe this will never work out, blah, 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 in business, and, this something going on with your health, and you're like, I can't ever figure it out, and Google says it's uncurable, and my doctor says it's uncurable, or no one's ever fixed it before, and so you feel powerless. And my work is all about power. My work is all about you accessing and finding your own power, realizing that there is nothing that can block you from creating the results that you want in your life other than the belief that you can't do it, the belief that you can't have it. When a person sees that, when they can see, oh my gosh, there is something I can do to put an end to this cycle. There's something that I can do. That's it. That's that power. That's that empowerment. There's something that I can do. And I just want you to know that there's something you can do. There's something that you can do to improve every aspect of what it's like to be you. There's something you can do. There's a new way of thinking. There's a thought. There's an idea. There's a belief that you can install into your mental operating system in order to start getting more of the results that you want in your life, whether it's health, whether it's finances and business, whether it's relationships, parenting, whatever it is, there's a way to create that result in your life. And I would be honored to help you find that way, to connect those dots, to see things from a new perspective, to break out of your typical paradigm, your typical way of seeing the world, which is, I know what it's like to be trapped inside of a paradigm. I know what it's like to, be so convinced, dogmatically convinced that this is just the way that it is. But I've had experiences, personal experiences that have shown me the things that I thought were so true and I believed so deeply turned out not to be true. We are humans. We are learning about everything. We have only a very small percentage of understanding of what is going on with microscopic things, with the universe, with everything. We know, we've learned a lot, but we're always learning new things. And so as individuals, we need to always be learning new things. We have to become willing and mentally flexible and begin to see things from new perspectives. Jump out of the normal way we see things. Jump out of the things that normally outrage and offend us and make us feel so convinced that things are a certain way, and say, maybe, just maybe, I could see this differently. Maybe I could see this differently. Maybe there's a different way of seeing this. Maybe seeing it in that new way will actually change my relationship to this thing. And just starting there, just asking more questions, just getting more curious about your reactions, your responses to life. We so quickly can enter down these thought pathways that lead to horrible places like intense anxiety or severe depression. And when you notice and when you begin to map out your internal reality, you can start to see the subtle shifts, the stories, the beliefs, the things that are going on in the background that bring you to that particular place. And you can start to say, maybe I could have thought a different thought right there. Maybe I could introduce a new idea the next time I feel invited to feel bad about myself, feel insecure, feel worried, to freak out about something. Maybe I could think something different at that point. And so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. And hopefully that gives you just a couple of nuggets, a couple of insights into what I love to do and how I love to help people just kind of shake loose from the shackles of previous paradigms and old ways of thinking and freshen things up and liven things up and help you to start getting new and better and different results in your life. So I will see you again next time.